Okay, so I'm going to be telling you where fire alarm pole stations should be placed in buildings. They should be 42 to 48 inches off the ground. They should be within 5 feet of an exit. There should be at least one fire alarm pole station in a building, even with an automatic system. And if you have a very large exit, multiple pole stations need to be installed. In a school, if you have a classroom with an exit, then a pole station is required in there. Same thing with a cafeteria in a school. Pole stations are required in there too. In a gymnasium in a school, they're required. They're required throughout the hallways, and in every place they must be within 5 feet of exit. It might vary between state, county, and building and fire codes, but most codes require the use of manual fire alarm pole stations within 5 feet of each exit. This scenario is very common. So, if there's a very large exit and there's a pole station right there and a pole station right there, and within every 200 feet you have to put a pole station, so you put one there and put one there, so you never have to walk far in a fire emergency to find a pole station and pull it. And if you're concerned with someone causing false alarms from a pole station, there is a mechanical guard that you can put over the pole station to help protect it. Many of these mechanical guards come with an alarm on the inside, so when the stopper is lifted to access the pole station, the alarm in the stopper will sound. That will reduce false fire alarms, because if someone tries to come up and pull it when there's no fire, they'll lift it. The alarm will sound, drawing attention to the area, and the person will rather run away or put it back because they're looking at it. The downside of this, I found, is that if people lift the stopper in a real fire emergency, they'll think that the stopper is the fire alarm because it's loud and it makes noise. That's not the case. Folks, if you have to pull the fire alarm and there's one of these stoppers over it, make sure you lift it and pull the box on the inside. Only lifting it does not cause the fire alarm system to activate. These stoppers are harmful in public areas where there could be a lot of abuse to a pole station and a very high potential for someone to tamper with the pole station. And the stoppers are used for fire alarm pole stations in the gymnasium to protect the pole station. And in a school, and there's a fire alarm pole station in the classroom, there could be a lot of tampering with that, so they put a stopper over it to help protect that pole station. And with fire alarm pole stations in the hallway, there could be a high chance with someone tampering with it, and they put stoppers over those. I mean, a pole station in a public area, there could be a lot of tampering with it. They do make stoppers for it. And they could be added over pole stations to help protect them. And they help protect pole stations from outside weather too. So the stopper comes in handy. In my school, there's a stopper on many of the pole stations. In fact, in many schools, they put stoppers over the pole station. And in other buildings, they put stoppers over the pole station. Anywhere where there could be a high chance with someone tampering with a pole station, you put a stopper over it. And many models of pole stations have a brake rod, so if you pull it, the rod will come out, and then you have evidence that someone pulled it. And there is single action and there's dual action. A single action pole station is just pull down. The dual one is a dual action pole station is push then pull. Dual action pole stations offer more security than single action ones. Yeah. In an area where there's been a history of a threat of false fire alarms caused by pole stations, they make stoppers that you could put over the pole station to help protect it. Stoppers prevent false fire alarms from manual pole stations without restricting legitimate use. So I would highly recommend the stopper for a fire alarm pole station in a public area, especially schools, because I heard that many school children from ages 5 to 18 pull the fire alarm for a joke or prank because they don't know better not to do it unless there's a real fire. And the stopper will stop that. And I think stoppers should be over every single fire alarm pole station that is visible to the public, so we don't have any false alarms caused by these, because someone will not be careful and they bump into the pole station and pulled it and they caused a false fire alarm, or if there is a little child not knowing what they're doing and all of a sudden, boom, they caused a false fire alarm. Or if it's in a wood shop and wood gets over the handle and pulls it down, boom, another false alarm. And if you throw objects at the fire alarm, then it gets pulled and causes a false fire alarm. So stoppers will stop that from happening. Yeah. That's why I would highly recommend that I would put stoppers over every single fire alarm pole station that's in areas where they're visible to the public. Bye.